Let's talk about some tennis. It's been a long time since we spoke about tennis here on the pod, but I mean, in the Olympics, it's a different type of atmosphere. You're looking for players that are trying to make their mark. Sometimes you get a one-hit wonder who maybe hasn't won a ton of majors, but they have a chance to have some international spotlight, even not winning a gold medal, but just medaling in a tournament like this is a big deal. And it meant a great deal to guys like Carlos Alcaraz, the young up-and-coming superstar. He has won French, and he has won the Wimbledon Open only 3 weeks ago in London. And he's looking to complete already what's been a historic 2024 season with winning a gold medal for Spain. But Novak Djokovic, at this point, he has faced some issues with the Olympics. He's had amazing years in terms of tennis play, but in tournaments and Grand Slams, but at the Olympics he has faltered. His best performance was way back in 2008, the Beijing Olympics, with the bronze medal, losing to Rafael Nadal in the semifinals, having to settle for bronze, was his best showing. Remarkably, he's had early flameouts. I remember in 2016, after having a wonderful year, he faced Juan Martín del Potro, got knocked out early, lost early, didn't even medal. In 2020, there was a lot of things against his favor, knocked out early, didn't medal there. So this was really his last chance. He's 37. He has had some injuries picked up as of late, and the 4 years is a long time from now. He would be 41. It's unheard of for somebody to keep playing tennis like that, and at that point, what more does he have left to prove? So everything is going into this tournament. He has won Wimbledon. He has completed the career Grand Slam and has won multiple Grand Slams at each specific site. It's just the Olympics that's out of his trophy case. And a gold medal means so much. Novak, coming into this tournament, he's only 2 months removed from a meniscus surgery. He got it right after the French Open. He pulled out of the French Open after an injury occurred, and he took some time to get that surgery done. He somehow still was able to play in the Wimbledon tournament. I don't even know how that was possible, but you could see that he just didn't have a step that Alcaraz had. Some of it can be attributed to the age gap. It's 16 years. That is a long time. That's a big difference in terms of ages between athletes. All those miles on that body for Djokovic compared to the youth, the athleticism that is very much abundant in Carlos Alcaraz. And this year alone, in the Wimbledon tournament, going up again after an epic 5-set match in 2023, Alcaraz won the Wimbledon Open in straight sets, and it wasn't particularly close until maybe that last set, but again, it didn't seem that Djokovic was right. And now Djokovic has had a little more time to rest, recover. He's already played on clay earlier this year, so there's nothing really new to onboard with that, but this time he was able to get everything going. He was very, very dominant last few stages, the quarterfinals onwards. In the semifinals, he looked very, very good. And in the final, I didn't think either player had awful games. I mean, neither side was broken serve. They defended breakpoint opportunities. They were great at the net. They were really good at returning. That's very good serves that could have been aces against any other kind of competition. But at the end of the day, there's some differences that you see where Novak has the experience, the ability to stand tall in the face of pressure. It's something we've seen Carlos Alcaraz falter at certain times against Djokovic in the past, against other competition in the past. And the kid will get there. I mean, this kid is already accomplished so much at age 21, I think he is. He's phenomenally young, and he's been doing great. But he will absolutely dominate the sport for the next decade and a half whenever Djokovic decides to hang it up. But to really cement himself as the GOAT, he would need this gold medal, I believe. That was the only other disparity, I think, because maybe Nadal didn't win as many Grand Slams, but he does have the gold medal to trump Novak Djokovic and in that golden Super Slam title. In this tournament, against Alcaraz, I thought that Djokovic played very strategic. He played angles, and while he had to give up some phenomenal shots by Alcaraz, Alcaraz hit some amazing winners in this. He kept it where there were just sometimes that athleticism wasn't going to be able to get to those amazing shots. He played angles, like I said, he was really good at the net. And another thing is with the nerves complex is that first serve, it was in favor of Djokovic. And in the tiebreakers too, you saw that it was fairly one-sided. It was 7-3, 7-2. You see tiebreakers maybe going up to like 4-5, so it's a little bit closer margin in tiebreaker opportunities, but this one was fairly one-sided, and I think that just goes to the experience that Djokovic has. He was really gunning for it, and you could see the passion after winning it. He was in tears. I mean, he was hugging his daughter. After everything he's been through, especially with the recent knee injury, I think this was just a magnificent story to see, very wholesome thing to see with his country finally being able to have a Serb win a gold medal in the sport of tennis. And like I said, I've been a big time Djokovic fan, and I already thought he was the GOAT, but I think this has now put that argument to bed. Maybe Alcaraz does it in 20 years time. He has a successful career as Djokovic has, and continues that, maybe even exceeds expectations. But at least early on, I'm going to say it right now that Djokovic is absolutely the best ever men's player of tennis.